Welcome, everybody, to this week's episode. We really appreciate you joining us. This podcast really shows us how we can all learn, live, and thrive off of each other. By sharing our knowledge through our conversations, we will impart some knowledge whilst learning ourselves how to progress even further. Here is your host.
Yes. Thank you, Chelsea. Thank you indeed. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Grizzly Talk Podcast with your host, Kennedy Patterson, y'all. Indeed. So we are live here from Swanky Studios. Of course, it's a closed set here. We're practicing and doing our social distancing here. And I wanted to welcome you guys welcome back to the Grizzly Talk Podcast. Today is a beautiful Tuesday. Hopefully you guys are staying safe. I looked outside, ladies and gentlemen, and it looks like it might rain today, so please stay inside when you can. If you have to go out there do work, or you have to be on duty or anything like that, please be sure to stay safe. I advocate a lot of people to stay safe out there, with this whole virus thing going around. We always advocate to make sure that our GGC community, you guys, stay safe. Now, we have quite a couple of announcements today, and I wanted to talk about this event that just happened it ended about 10 minutes ago, and I wanted to kind of give you guys a little snippet of what's going down. Of course, Student Business Association, they had a networking event online, of course, virtually presented by Microsoft Teams. They sent out an email today about it, and of course they had Professor Kyle Huff, he was the key speaker note for this networking event. And if you guys missed it, you guys missed a great seminar. And I just want to play a little snippet from the event, so that way people, you guys know about it. So I'm going to pause this music here. I'm going to let you guys enjoy about a good minute of Mr. Kyle as he talks about the great
someone as a consultant. If I'm looking for customers, going to one of those HR customers or HR events wouldn't be really a good match for me because it's a very crowded space there. A better place for me to go and try to get customers would be places that have the type of customers that I want. And so if I was looking for consulting, I'd want to go not to a human resource event, but to some other professional event that maybe I could sell my services to. Or if I'm looking for customers, I need to go to events that have customers available, such as networking events put on by your local Chamber of Commerce. And so you need to think about, so this is once again why we need to think about what is the purpose of our networking in order to inform what events that we need to go to. I've talked to a number of professionals about this who do networking.
Yes. So, of course, they had this networking event presented by the SBA. And again, like I said, that was one seminar that, if you are a business student, I probably wouldn't have not missed it. I get it if you missed it due to either work or schoolwork, or you're doing a lot of things online right now. You try to squeeze in that time. Luckily for us, we were able to squeeze in a little bit of time after my class online, of course. I was able to squeeze in, and I was able to do I listened to the seminar myself and attend the seminar. Networking is very important, and as I agree with the professor, it's very important that you learn the effects of networking. That's technically what we do here at Grizzly Talk Podcast, is we try to network different RSOs to our GGC community, so that way their voices is heard. So that's kind of goes hand in hand of what we're doing here at Grizzly Talk Podcast, is try to network a lot of people out there. So there's going to be more seminars like this coming out very soon, GGC students. So if you happen to miss today's seminar, do not be worried. They're going to have more events and more seminars to attend to, and to really get some very valuable information. And let me tell you how important these seminars are. Very important to me, because when I attend these seminars, and I learn something from it. I learn valuable information that I use into my business today. So That's why they're very impactful, because you can learn something and then it's, essentially free. So, you can't pass out free information, free knowledge, free education to really know about your craft or your networking or your business in general, so that way you can apply it within your business. I do that with either our Grizzly Talk Podcast Network, K.L.P Entertainment, all of this valuable information, especially about marketing and networking. I apply it to the business, to the business professional out there in the world. So I really recommend you guys attend these seminars, because they're doing it for us. It's free. And did I mention it's free? So you really don't want to pass up opportunities like that. More news announcements coming from GGC Gear 2020. They got the mock interviews online. Of course, students will log in through Handshake April 17th, 2020 from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. There will be only 36 slots. Each student will have a 30-minute session. Sign up in the link below. So they have a link in the description. You guys can copy that link and you guys can get involved with that. GGC Gear conference will be happening the 13th through the 17th, so that's next week. We're still waiting to get them on our podcast, virtually on our podcast, so stay tuned for that as well, because that most likely will be happening, just trying to get a speaker together and try to get things together. But please do not miss the GGC Gear Conference events next week. Online, of course. If you guys want to partake in something really, really fun like that, I recommend you guys partake in the GGC Gear community. So we've got more announcements coming from the GGC admissions department, of course. My good friend, Aliyah Muhammad, we go way back. She was an RA for GGC Res Life. I was an RA myself, so I know her from the RA Res Life Share community world. Now she embarks at a new career for GGC admissions, and she also has a message for you guys via her Instagram. So again, I'm going to pause this music here. I'm going to let this video roll.
Hey everyone, my name is Aliyah Muhammad and I'm Assistant Director of Admissions for Recruitment at Georgia Gwinnett College. I'm from Paulding County in Dallas, Georgia, and I recruit in the counties of Rockdale, Clark, Newton, Barrow, Walton, and Gwinnett, just to name a few. I'm so excited to be taking over GGC Admissions Instagram page, so be sure to follow us at GGC Admissions and leave your questions in our Insta story. I'll be answering your questions on the spot, so I cannot wait to chat with you all. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, so Aliyah Muhammad, very proud that, she's stuck with it. After she graduated, she returned back to GGC to work for GGC. I'm very proud and I'm very humbled that she became a Grizzly. She went through classes and now she graduated, alumni, and now she's working for GGC. It really is amazing. Now, she has it on their Instagram. She's taken over the admissions Instagram page today, and her questions are, what are some questions you have for GGC admissions? So you guys can go to GGC admissions. There's their Instagram account. It's all one word. It's GGC admissions. So that way you guys can fill out the questions that you might have for GGC admissions, of course. There are some questions that they posted on their Instagram, so I'm just going to read them on here on the podcast for sure. What is something upcoming freshmen look forward to? She says, I think freshmen are excited to making new friends, campus events, student clubs, and learning more about their major. That's true, because when I started at GGC back in 2015, I made some new friends. I walked around on campus. I attended that college life. And of course, I went to quite a few of student clubs and events. I partaked particularly in the film club at one point. Of course, that led me to my role for GDN. So that was it wasn't a student RSO back in the day, not back in 2015, but now it is. So I was able to do that for sure. The next question that a student wrote is, can I still apply for the fall with this coronavirus going on? They say, yes, we are still accepting applications and admitting students every day. That's really exciting because they're admitting students every day. They at least try to admit students every day because they know that this coronavirus is not really ideal for GGC, but they're still applying. If you need any help with your application, email us at ggcadmissions@ggc.edu. Of course, a next question, of course. So I'm an incoming freshman. where do I go to apply for classes? Thank you. So they say, congratulations, you will attend a virtual orientation session where you will register your classes. You can contact the Grizzly Orientation at ggc.edu for information for registering your orientation session. Of course, more questions comes in. What does a meal plan? How does a meal plan work? Is it included in tuition fees or is it paid separately? Meal plans are required for resident students and optional for commuter students. Now, again, most people know people who are commuters, they have the option to have a meal plan. I don't. The simply reason why I don't have a meal plan at GGC because I cook my food at my house, so I don't really require it too much. Your meal plan is not included in tuition, and the fee will depend on the meal plan you choose. Now, there is an option where you can choose your meal plan. Be sure to visit the dining service page on our website for more information. Okay, when does the immunization records need to be amended by? I'm not too sure. I might have to skip that question because I'm not really familiar what that is, unfortunately. Of course, if you're renting textbooks, could we return it? Students that will need to return their rental books until will need to ship their rentals back to the bookstore by printing a free label on the website. And a lot of students are planning on doing that. I might actually plan on doing that because we never know how long this virus pandemic is going to pan out. So you have more questions come in. Is it too late to begin applying for fall 2021? Wow, students that are still in high school getting ready to come to GGC in the year of 2021. I'm graduating 2020, so I won't really, see students that apply for 2021. So that's really amazing to show that GGC's growth. They have students coming in for fall of 2021. That's about a year from now. Well, a little less than a year. Well, maybe about a year, I would say. And it's really amazing. As I go through the questions here, GGC Get Involved does have a new challenge for you guys out there. If you guys haven't seen it yet, of course, Natan, he's doing his thing out there for the GGC Get Involved. And he has a new challenge for GGC students for sure. So I'm trying to go back here, and I'm going to let this play for you guys to introduce the new challenge for GGC Get Involved.
What's good, Grizzlies? It's Natan. Back again, another week, another challenge. Last week, you guys had some amazing moves. This week, we're going to do something you should already be doing, washing your hands. But the twist is, you have to show us how you wash your hands. So, it should look a little something like this.
Wash your hands. 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 Wash your hands.
That's funny. So, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the Todd. Man, he's doing his thing out there. The new challenge, of course, the Wash Your Hand Challenge. All you have to do, of course, is just submit in your Wash Your Hand video. Make sure if you choose to do music along with it, do clean music, ladies and gentlemen. The same thing went out for the quarantine shuffle last week. We had a lot of good students, even yours truly. I've done the quarantine shuffle last week, so I might partake in this Wash Your Hands challenge, of course. Film the video of yourself recording, washing yourself off or washing your hands to music. Tag us at GGC_ get involved. Again, that's the at GGC _ get involved for sure. Get creative with it and have fun. When you choose the music, please choose clean music. I know a lot of people in our generation, we like certain type of music that we like, but please be sure to use clean music if you want to use that for sure. And I really recommend you guys partake, have fun with these challenges. I'm really happy that Get Involved doing these challenges just to stay engaged with the GGC community. It is amazing. It is growth. And I really recommend you guys partake in that challenge for sure. Now that's going to wrap it up here for the Grizzly Talk podcast. Please be sure to follow our Instagram. Of course, it's Grizzly_Talk. We have a new mascot, of course, Barry the Grizzly Bear, the brother of General Grizzly, of course. Our new little logo for our podcast. We love it. Let us know what you guys think. And please be sure to subscribe to our audio, whether it's Spotify, Pandora, or iHeartRadio. And as always, GGC community, I want to say stay safe, stay indoors when you can, drink water every 15 minutes. That's going to do it for Grizzly Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Kennedy Patterson. Go Grizzlies.